I did get my second bird feeder station up. This one's a little taller and a little thinner, but I like it. Same thing, old cedar tree with some nice stiff branches. It just looks cool. So I can watch the birds right out the shop window while I'm working on stuff. I thought I'd mention too, I'm really thankful, and so is Jan, for all the people who thought the channel was worth watching and subscribed. Pushed us up over that 1,000 mark. It took 8 months to get to 500, and then it took 8 days from that to get to 1,000. One video, the shed video. And man, did the professional carpenters, they sure did like commenting on it, and that helps the channel, so I'm happy about that. So many nice comments. People appreciated the video, and it does take time to put them together, but I've really enjoyed learning how to make a video, and I'm really looking forward to all the stuff I'm going to be learning. If you keep doing it, you just keep getting better. Practice makes perfect, right? So thank you to all those who have subscribed. Thanks to all those who comment and give a thumbs up. All of that helps. It helps the channel to get more exposure. I don't know how they do it, but I've noticed it, and so I appreciate it. Thank you. Jimmy, a friend of mine, redid a deck and gave me the old 5/4 boards. I thought, they got a little bit of life left in them. They'll work perfect for my floating sidewalk on my little shed. First thing I got to do is clean up this mess so I can get some work done. All right, I got everything moved, ready to go. Got my wood laid out. Well, everything except that, but I think it might not be in the way. That firewood, well, starter, old cedar boards. Here we go. This is just going to be a wooden boardwalk, basically, and a place to stack stuff under this nice overhang that I left myself. Some people thought it was like, that ain't gonna work because that's too low. But I guess the camera doesn't give you a true reading, but with this thing being like, that threshold's 30 inches off the ground, so that makes up for that for sure. But here we go. I'm liking it, and I'm gonna slap some used wood on it. How about that? So this thing is just sitting on blocks in case I want to move it. What are we gonna call it? A floating boardwalk? All right, the boardwalk's coming along. When you have used stuff, you do have some cull. I'm not gonna have to use anything that's kind of weird because it was free. That one there, I guess I have to pull him out. 33 inches wide by 14 feet long. I like it. I'll put me one step right here and I'll be good to go. I still have plenty of headroom. I mean, I can carry a sheet of plywood in and out. I think it'll be all right. I decided I want a round step so I can approach it from any angle. So I take my chalk line and I stretch it out in the shape I'm looking for. That gives me the exact length. Then I take that piece of string and lay it out on a piece of wood and transfer the length to the piece of wood. Set my blade depth for 1/8 of an inch short from going through the board, maybe 3/16, somewhere right in there. I'll start 3 inches in, and then the next cut, okay, that was the first cut. Then the second cut will be on this next line. That's about a 1/2 inch apart. And then I'll just keep going over and over. That's what we're looking for. This allows me to bend that wood to the shape I want. As springy as that board is, it still had a lot of resistance. It took a couple of different tries to figure out exactly how I was going to get that thing in position to get the final screws in. I like that. I think what I'll do is take it apart, glue all the cracks, put it back together, and then frame the inside. But that worked as well as I hoped. I think that's the way to do it. That's the step I wanted. That'll work. I'm pretty happy with it. I got the boardwalk. I got a nice round step that looks decent. Yeah. I actually left it screwed in the round shape for 3 or 4 days before I got to taking it apart and adding the glue and putting it back together. I just thought that would just, I don't know, make it easier. Not sure if it did or not. I laid the glue on there, rubbed it in. I use Tite Bond 2 wood glue. It's the interior, exterior, waterproof. Works good for me. Okay, I gave myself something to nail the top boards too. Just cut it out of scrap. I put a couple screws in those boards so I could mark them with a pencil. I cut this with my skill saw. If I needed it to be perfect, I would have used a jigsaw. The view of the camera makes it look like there's just not enough headroom to get in and out. So I put my hands over my head and walked in and walked out, just so you could get an idea how much headroom there actually is. And I'd say there's plenty. Feeling tired, feeling old? Well, try this. It'll make you feel like a kid again. Skipping. It'll make you feel like a kid. You can't do it without laughing. And those that see you will be laughing too. Hey, thanks for coming along. Catch you on the next one.